I didn't expect this much people to show up. Just gives me more motivation to just push myself.
Why I say this is an unorthodox shot, usually even when you're shooting a layup, a left-handed shot is more ideal.
If everybody on your team buys into playing defense, that's like the tax.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's December and basketball season is in full effect. This is your host, Chris Sasaki. And speaking of the month December, it was Thirdy Ravena's 26th birthday on the 17th. And it's been a special birthday for him. His mom and sister flew in from the Philippines with other 200 and more fans from the country to visit the Kyoto Hanari's home game. Thirdy's older brother, Kiefer, later on that evening joined the family, and they all celebrated Thirdy's birthday together. Isn't that great? Happy birthday, Thirdy!
It's a nice feeling to have them out here in the Christmas season, and I didn't expect this much people to show up. Just gives me more motivation to just push myself. To do it not for myself, but for the people who are here in Japan, who are working 9 to 5, who are working and without their families. So, you know, it means a lot.
All right then, let's take a look around the league a bit more. A new record has been made in this league. First, I would like to mention that Alex Kirk from Arbark Tokyo hit the mark of 400 career dunks. Alex is in his 6th season with Arbark Tokyo, won back-to-back titles in 2018 and 2019. He has always been a centerpiece of the teams that became most famous for the number of pick and rolls they ran during games. Over and over and over. Of course, to run a good pick and roll, you need great pick and roll ball handlers, Daiki Tanaka as a ball handler, and former head coach Luka Pavicevic definitely increased the number of pick and rolls in this league and modernized Japanese basketball. And another freshly minted record has been made by someone who actually played in the Philippines before coming to Japan. Achieving 3,000 defensive rebounds for the first time is Nick Fazekas. Nick, now a Japanese citizen, was the first ever league MVP to be crowned. His nickname is The King. He mainly operated from the left block when this league just started, but now he has morphed into a point center, hitting three-pointers at a very high clip and dishing out over 5 assists per game. Some might say he's the Japanese Jokic. So congrats to Nick. The only hardware he doesn't possess is the championship trophy, and this might just be the year. One king to another, and this one is just 21 years old, Yuki Kawamura from Yokohama B Corsairs. He is playing at an MVP level, scoring 32 points and dishing out 13 assists in December 3rd, just to renew his career high points the next day, scoring 34. Whoa, and he is our featured player in our next analysis segment. Alright, looking back to the amazing game winner Yuki Kawamura had. He's controlling the ball right here. Check the game clock, it's 7.9 and the score is 72-70. Yokohama B Corsairs down by 2. As he brings the ball up, he is matched up by Ikaruga, one of Japan's most tough defender. Right here, Ikaruga turns his head, checks out that his teammate Endo is here. So if Kawamura were to push the ball and try to drive, in Ikaruga's mind, he has a help defender. Kawamura also surveys the floor, looking for any kind of opportunities that he can score. He brings up the ball, crosses the half-court line. As you can see, Endo is more concerned about Kawamura more than his man. As Yuki Kawamura pushed forward, you can see there's Jackson trailing the play. There's still 4.7 seconds, leaving some room for a ball screen or a pick and roll action to create some kind of shot. Right here, Ikaruga again turns his head, checks that Scott is also in a good help position. Kawamura sees for a split second that Ikaruga turns his head. His momentum shifts from right with a little hop straight into a crossover, shaking off Ikaruga. Clock is winded down to 3.3 seconds. What amazed me the most is what's going to happen after this. He is not shooting an ordinary jump shot or a pull-up three-pointer. Now what do I mean by he's not shooting an ordinary jump shot? After he goes by Ikaruga, he takes 2 running steps with his left foot, then right foot, planted right here. With a running step, he created more space and separation off of Ikaruga, a much taller defender than Yuki Kawamura is. And also Scott, with the clock running down, he's running fast towards Kawamura, kicking the floor, leaping with his right foot. He shoots an unorthodox right hand running jump shot. Why I say this is an unorthodox shot is because when you take a step left to right, usually even when you're shooting a layup, a left-handed shot is more ideal. It's vice versa right here. That makes it even more amazing that he shot this tough shot with a great contest by Josh Scott. Just amazing. If I just showed you that game winner, some might say it was pure luck that Kawamura made that shot. But when we look at a different sequence, he's handling the pick and roll, defense shows hard, the ball is stripped once, and when Kawamura retrieves the ball, there's only 4 seconds left in the shot clock. When he turned back to the backcourt as he retrieved the ball, I think he checked the shot clock. So he knows he has to put a shot up. There's no time to pass the ball. He then measures how much separation he has. He wants to shake off his defender Ikaruga, showing right, making him commit. He's gonna dribble behind his back, then going into a left, right, again, unorthodox running jump shot with his right hand. Now he's combined this running jump shot with a behind the back dribbling. It is clear it wasn't a coincidence that he shot the game winner. Kawamura is gonna show the same skill set in this sequence as well. He retrieves the ball. There's gonna be a ball screen for Kawamura to try to penetrate. Defense steps out. He's facing a big inside player for 2. He goes between the leg and between 2 defenders in this tight space. His teammate is sealing off number 10, Kosuke. So he has a floater available for him. An ordinary player would go straight into a floater, but Kawamura chooses again to go into a running jump shot. He takes a step right, left. Kosuke shakes off the screener. Now look at his toes. His toes aren't facing the basket. Usually when you take a shot, it's ideal for your toes to face the basket. So all his momentum is going sideways, yet Kawamura is squared up with his upper body to the basket, almost like a gliding to the left fadeaway running jump shot. He may have developed this skill to shoot over big man in a pick and roll situation, but gradually Kawamura is getting more and more adventurous, hitting big game winners. Kawamura this season is blossoming as a scorer, but 2 of his main skill sets, his speed and his passing ability. Here, I want to check out his speed. Right here, he has the ball, guarded by Hiejima. His teammate comes and runs up. This is called a ghost screen. It's like a screen that doesn't happen. When this guy slips through with the ghost screen, look at Hiejima's feet. He is not in an ideal defensive stance. Both of his toes are facing the sideline, and his shoulders are very narrow, meaning it is tough to stop any kind of penetration. Hiejima also anticipated a switch because of the screen, but the screen didn't happen, so this man follows the screener, which opens up space here for Kawamura to go into top gear. He doesn't even let the help defenders touch him. This shot seems like it's blocked, but hits the glass first, just meaning it was a goaltend. Yokohama utilizes his speed and uses different kind of screen actions for Kawamura to go north to south. This is another play for Kawamura to go north to south, and it's even more tactical as a team. He brings up the ball, receives the first screen right here. He is attacking the big man. As you can see, the big man isn't in an ideal defensive sliding stance, and he isn't even in the straight line of Kawamura to the basket. So Kawamura utilizes this opportunity. And also see that Jackson, his teammate, he's gonna screen here so Scott cannot block the shot as well. He gives the big man a little hesitation, then speeds up again. Because the big man here are fighting, Kawamura goes to the other side of the basket, laying it up, nice and easy. This was a team effort, but you can also see Kawamura's speed in full effect. We covered his amazing three-point shot, his driving layups, but his imagination in creating as a playmaker is also off the charts. Right here, he goes into a pick and roll situation. He's going to the inside. Just Scott comes out, hard hedging, meaning Kawamura doesn't get a straight line drive. But the game transfers to Charles Jackson in creating an advantage on this side of the floor. Jackson dives straight in, breaks to avoid a straight pass to Jackson for a dunk or an alley-oop. Endo is sagged off his man, tagging Charles Jackson, which means Kawamura does have an option of passing to the three-point shooter. Kawamura knows that the defense is also afraid of a pass to the three-point shooter. So Kawamura right here, he doesn't look to Charles, but looking at the three-point shooter. This is trying to deceive all the defenders on the floor. He jumps up. In this motion, he is still able to pass to the shooter or the diving Charles Jackson. If Kawamura let his plan know to throw the ball straight inside, Endo would have already taken the inside position. Jackson takes a better position inside for a nice, easy layup. Kawamura is amazing at creating and manipulating the defenders with deceiving fakes, body fakes, and even facial expressions. Sometimes he is too deceiving, even his teammates sometimes can be deceived. Check out how Kawamura dishes out another assist. He's racking them up. He might even achieve a season-long double-double of scoring and assists. Once again, Kawamura playing at an MVP level, all-star at least. He's got the most votes in history with over 177,000 votes. The fans sure love him. If you ask me, there are many others that are playing at the all-star level. And let me give you my take. We already had two monthly MVPs, Perrin Buford from Shimane Susano Magic and Jack Cooley from Ryukyu Golden Kings. If I were to select a new starting five concerning this season's performance so far, I would add Yuki Kawamura from Yokohama B Corps once again, and Dwayne Evans from Hiroshima Dragonflies, and Cody Clark from Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, who is not only leading this league in scoring, but also is a versatile defender. I'm on the monthly MVP committee, so I take these selections very seriously, I ain't gonna lie. Let me know your thoughts on the comment sections. It's coming up. .st B.LEAGUE All-Star Games 2023 in Mito. I can't wait. And before the main event on the 14th, there will be an Asia All-Star versus Rising Stars game on the 13th. All of your favorite players from the Ravena brothers, to Dwight Ramos, to Ray Parks Jr., to Massey Wright, Kobe, and Heading are playing, so you don't want to miss this. And in our next episode for Meet B.LEAGUE, we are delivering live and direct from Mito, covering the fire from the All-Star Games. So stay tuned. Looking ahead to the 2024 B.LEAGUE All-Star Games, it is going to take place in the Okinawa Arena. Some of you might know it because It is one of the 2023 World Cup venues. The Okinawa Arena had its grand opening in April 2021. It's been the staple of basketball and entertainment since then. For the Ryukyu Golden Kings, ticket revenue reached 780 million yen in 2021 and 22 season, more than double the amount of the second place Chiba Jets. The numbers speak loud and clear of the power of owning an arena as a B.LEAGUE team. And currently, there are many others trying to follow Ryukyu Golden Kings' footsteps. It is also essential to have a building plan going forward, since there is going to be an overhaul of the B.LEAGUE Division 1 in 2026. And the first criteria is to own an arena. Gunma Crane Thunders are aiming a grand opening of their new state-of-art arena this season. With a capacity of 5,000, it features jumbotrons that are adjustable to any type of use, lightings as if it was a Broadway show, and cutting-edge sound systems. The first game will be played on April 22nd against the Chiba Jets. Chiba Jets also plan to open their new arena in 2024. I was able to interview head coach John Patrick from Chiba Jets. Let's take a look at that.
Puts up a three and hits. Asking for a foul there.
素晴らしい勝利だったと思います。
The first thing I thought was, I'm gonna have to make a tough decision here because I was in Spain at the time. I've been in a team for 10 years and we were having a lot of success. We were on a roll, but I did feel like I needed a little bit of a change. Yeah, it's time to make a change, and I missed some things about Japan that I was kind of desperate to get back here, and I've been really impressed with the fan following and the sports boom here in Japan as far as the basketball and soccer, and it's just getting to be more and more of a sports society, so it's good to be back. Obviously, the biggest transformation has taken place in the last, I guess it's 6 years since the new league has been formed, and there's a constant development and standards are being raised and teams are building new arenas. And every game we've had, including practice games, has been sold out. I mean, there's no tickets left. It's been a cool change. The coaching has definitely improved. There's a much more of a European influence. You have some coaches who have coached in Europe. I also think there are so many teams that the talent is spread out more.
When I did my research of what kind of coach you are and what kind of defensive coach you are and what kind of defense you want to play, it seems like after like 21 games, like you made some adjustments.
I picked my players. A lot of times we had a team that could play full court defense the whole game.
That's good defense when you gets rejected.
And we were able to do this considering our budget constraints were dominant. And I came into a system as a new coach. I think each coach probably has non-negotiables, called non-negotiables. And in society, like if you pay tax, you're paying for civilization. Like we all pay taxes, and we're happy to live where it's not chaos. If everybody on your team buys into playing defense, that's like the tax for success. If you get your guys playing hard on defense and hustling and rebounding, then more often than not, you're going to win. You're going to have a successful team. And that's pretty simple.
みんなリバウンドのところとかディフェンスのところ、あと第4クォーターで逆転して自信を持って打てたんで。
We also improve in practice when we have good defensive habits. I call it the upward spiral. You play good D in practice, you develop naturally better offensive habits. You play weak defense, soft defense in practice, and you trick yourself into thinking you're getting better on offense. I think we had a real solid preseason with how we were playing defense, and that's, I guess, one of the pillars of my coaching philosophy. I would love to be a positive influence for changing Japanese basketball for the better. Yeah, it's a process, so changing the team or changing the way a country plays, it's done in small steps. My goal is to stay healthy. My goal is to stay healthy and for us to play our best basketball. And at the end of the season, I just hope that we have enough healthy bodies so that we can do our thing, and that's when it really gets fun. You're playing for something in the playoffs.
You could see there are many challenges even for a proven coach from Europe. It was interesting to hear how he has adjusted some of his game plan according to the B-League environment. And also how he is saying this is still a work in progress, meaning there is much more to look forward to. Good news for everyone catching this on Facebook and YouTube. The full-length interview will be coming to you shortly, right here on the same platforms. Lots of insights you don't want to miss. All right, let's take a look at the January schedules. Our featured game will be January 1st, Cyan going against Chiba Jets. Coach Ono, who led the Jets for 6 seasons prior to this season, is facing his former team. It will be interesting to see players like Yuki Togashi and Shuta Hara, who Coach Ono helped develop, going against Thirdy and the boys who Ono leads now. And don't forget, January 13th and 14th, the B.LEAGUE ALL-STAR game is happening. On our official Facebook page and YouTube channel, you will be able to stream live and catch all the action. That's a wrap for this December's episode. I wish you all happy holidays, happy new year, and see you again soon. Bye.